What's good, Relocation Football League fans? It's your boy Smitty back here for game number 2 of the RFL doubleheader this Friday night to close out week 11 of the RFL. And tonight, we have ourselves a ARC North Division rivalry. And see, this is why I don't like the alternate, because it always messes with the other team's uniforms, man. Just keep what the other team has. I understand, but Huskies were supposed to be wearing their alternate uniforms while the Cougars were supposed to be in their aways, but unfortunately they just put them in their home jerseys for whatever reason. But it's the Huskies and the Cougars going at it here tonight. It may be daytime in the game, but 8 p.m. Eastern kicking this thing off as the Huskies are 4-6 and need this win for a shot to compete for the ARC North. I mean, it looked like it was getting away from them for a moment, right? But we've seen the Hogs just lose. And with them on a 5-game losing streak, that has opened the door for both the Huskies and the Pioneers to compete for the division. So it's a toss-up. And if the Cougars somehow are able to get a win, I mean, they're still technically in it if they can find a way to win out, which, you know, very unlikely, but you never know. But with that being said, who you guys got in this one? Cougars or Huskies? Cougars kicking this one off to the Huskies to start this game off. And the Huskies going to take this one from about the 5. And down at the 25. As this is Calvin Poole, USC product. And boy, what an impact player he was for them in this season. 13 touchdowns to 7 interceptions, over 2,500 yards passing. Came off a win last week, looking for another here against his rivals. First play, they're going to go with a run. And here's Corey Leonidas for a nice 5-yard gain on his first carry of the game. He had 55 total yards on 20 carries last week. May not have been a great average, but found himself in the end zone for 2 touchdowns, as he's got a total of 8 touchdowns on the season. 2nd and 5. And it's Leonidas getting another carry. I'm going to say this is about 1 to 2 yards. Only 1 yard they'll give him on a stat sheet, but 2 yards. We're looking at the down and distance as it's 3rd and 3. Play action. Calvin Poole fires down the field. What a catch. First down, Huskies. And that's just what Tyrese Maxwell does, man. He makes huge plays when contested. And that's a big shot he's taken from Mansour Chappelle, who we know is a big, heavy-hitting safety. Dropped the bomb on him, still didn't matter. 81 comes down with it. 1st and 10. And a dump off somehow spins out of the tackle, and Corey Leonidas takes a big shot. There goes Chappelle right there, as he'll pick up the first down for a gain of 12. What a play by Leonidas. And he'll go some play action. Checks it down to Leonidas again. He's going to lower the shoulder. Didn't catch anybody with it, but 4-yard gain. Second and 6. They will motion back and forth. Hudson Johnston. Some play action going on here. He's getting outside the pocket and will slide before getting tackled. O'Brien Brown, safety out of Miami, came up big for the Huskies in their win last week. That last week set the tone for them. Their first points on the board with a pick 6. And Leonidas trying to break free for a first down, but a tackle made by Pierce will keep him a yard short. It's a good job there by free agent signing. First year in the RFL, getting an opportunity to play some ball. And the Huskies, they're going for it against this Cougars defense. We'll see if it pays off. Right back to Leonidas, and Leonidas squeezing through the smallest of creases to move the chains. He's on one early in this one. Right back to him. Great blocks to the end zone. Big time hit to stop him. A yard short by Mansour Chappelle. And it is 2nd and goal at the 1. Only one receiver and Keith Guyton. All tight ends here. Here's a throw. And he had Keith Guyton, but the tight end in the way on the play there. That could have been a touchdown right there all day. Had his man beat, but too slow in the direction of the pass there is Hudson Johnston. And there's a throw. It's not going to matter. It's caught. Touchdown, Isaiah Streets. Huskies on the board first. Well, how about this celebration? I've never seen that one. Touchdown pass number 14 of the season for Calvin Poole, and a great opening drive for Toronto in this ARC North Division rivalry game. Again, I hate the fact that they changed the Cougars uniforms just from changing into the alts. Just keep what they're supposed to wear, man. Didn't change their uniforms, so don't change it. It's supposed to be white and well, really all white with blue pants. Now it's kind of merging with the Huskies alts here. But this will be returned from the 8-yard line. Ooh, a little saucy. Great return. Gets to 30 on the play. And this is our first look tonight at the Cougars offense, led by a new quarterback in James Ramos. Former Mexico City Diablo, played his collegiate ball back in College Series 2 with the Penn State Nittany Lions. Made it to a bowl game. Fortunately fell short. A bad blowout against Daryl Johnson and Oklahoma Sooners. But here he is with an opportunity to lead a franchise, as they will start out with a run as Boyd picks up 5 yards. It's a good first down play right there. AJ Pestock making the tackle. Looks like they'll have Hodge checked in the backfield. They like to rotate backs here. Ramos will look to pass. Here's a throw on the outside. A good ball. Any first down. One thing about Ramos at the helm of this offense, you just seen the offense just seem to be a lot more smoother, quicker with getting the ball out, and not as stagnant. Pressure's coming here, and that is a bad move right there by Ramos. Trying to scramble out, and it is Michael Pratt, Hero Bowl champ, getting a sack right there. This is one of their best playmakers on defense, especially their best edge rusher. That outside linebacker position. See him beating Sean Hayden. But, I mean, the blocks were held up pretty nicely for a little while there. Ramos just got to make the better decision to throw it away instead of taking that sack. Now they're looking at a 2nd and 20 after the 10-yard loss. They'll run it. Great blocks. And how about Boyd fighting forward for 11 yards? Would have been a first down had they not lost the yards. Now they need 9, and it's up to Ramos to move the chains. Pass rush has not been able to get there to him. Here's a throw. Good defense. Swatted away last second by Javonte Gibson. And had he been able to get that over more cleanly at the top of that route, I think that was open for a big first down gain. Just could not get it there. And the Huskies defense will get the stop as a fair catch, more than likely called here. And it will be at the 13. Calvin Poole in the offense right back out onto the field. Rushing touchdowns. No one's reached double digits yet. If Corey Leonidas can go back to his same performance that he had last week with 2, he could have double-digit touchdowns here in the final game to lead the league. We'll see. He started out great so far. Good job there by the defense. Able to keep him contained. Just 1 yard on the play. 20 yards on 6 carries. And, man, they just got that ball off. Catch will be made. And, again, good defense by Pierce and the Cougars. 2 plays, just 3 yards. 3rd and 7. We have yet to see Keith Guyton get involved. Not sure that will be for too long. As this pass, it was there, but sails too high. 4th down. They'll have to punt it. That one gets away from Poole. A good opportunity for the Cougars to get their offense back going. The Cougars want to break that 20-point mark. I mean, they have not scored more than 20 points this season. Their last week win that they were able to get, I mean, that tied their high of 20 points. They've only been able to do that twice. And again, you know, one of the biggest concerns I had this week for them coming into this game is that even in that 20-point victory, 7 of those points came from the defense. So only 13 points to account for. Can they get more than that here against the rival? As they'll dump this one off, a 6-yard gain. Mason Maynard, great addition out of free agency. Used to be a former Aviator and a rival to the Cougars. And a big-time catch and throw for the first down. You see just faster decision-making by Ramos, knowing where to go with the football. There goes some play action. Fires one deep down the field into double coverage. Luckily not intercepted. There almost was a chance there for a ricochet touchdown. I think he was trying to go to Contavious Henderson. Gets outside the pocket here. Ramos has to hit the deck. That's a 3-yard gain, 3rd and 7. It's going to be a long field goal kick, but they do have the kicker to hit from this distance. Feeling some pressure, hit as he throws, almost intercepted by Gibson. He swats it away instead. 4th down. They'll have to settle for 3. Again, a long field goal kick from the right hash here, but with the strongest legs in the league, and Jerome Davis. From 54 yards out, he's got it. 4-point game, 7-3. So at least they get something out of the deal. Take this from about the 6. Good tackle there. The receiver Matt Smith will stop him at the 25, and Calvin Poole back out onto the field. Better field position than they had to start last possession. Start at their own 13. Poole firing towards the sidelines. That's going to be broken up and incomplete. Corey Leonidas could not haul in that pass. Good defense. Not sure who that was. I think it was Roger Stenson who got in there. Knocked that one loose. Calvin Poole feeling some pressure. He's got to throw it away immediately. And again, one of the best phases of the ball for Chicago is their defense. Gave up a touchdown opening drive, but they're a tough defense to score on and move against. Calvin Poole hit as he throws this one away. Has no targets. 4th down. 2 back-to-back 3 and outs by Chicago. And he's got some space to work with here. Try to do a little bit much there on the return, but Deshaun Jones will start the offense out at the 37, and at the 37-yard line is where their last possession halted in Toronto territory, where they had to settle for 3, but a touchdown here on this drive would get them in front. This is a big-time run, great blocks, and a first down for Darnell Hodge as he'll get to midfield. Nice explosion. Another run. Good cut inside. So he'll turn that into a 3-yard gain. That is Boyd, who's getting the bulk of the carry so far. Tackle made by Robert Staymates. Safety, and it's more than likely going to be the last play of the first if they get it off, but they will not. That is it. The first quarter in the books. And it is a 4-point ball game where the Huskies are on top, but the Cougars getting things going here on offense and have a chance to take the lead. We'll see if they can at the start of the second quarter. Let's get those 2s in the chat. So they'll run it. Good looking cutback there. Good tackle also. Could have easily been a first down. Keep him 3 yards shy. 3rd and 3. Big down here. They will look to run for it, and there goes Hodge fighting through the contact for a first down. Boy, they needed that. They are keeping things going. This offense, again, marching down the field. They want 6, though. And he grinds out 7 yards on that rush. Looks like could have been a 2 to 3 yard gain. And somehow lunges forward for a bigger gain. Ramos. Back to Boyd. Gets a key block. He's got the speed. Turns the corner. Trying to juke his way by Staymates, who makes the tackle. But it is a first down in the red zone down to the 12. And this run game is looking lethal for the Cougars right now. Honestly, in that last week win, it was looking great as well. Cornell Hodge managed to get his first rushing touchdown of the season. And there goes James Ramos. Throws. What a catch. Contagious Henderson blasted, but picks up 5 yards on a contested catch. Second and 5. They've got JT Cheeseborough in the backfield, the former Michigan man. Will get the carry and explodes up the middle for the touchdown. The Cougars will take the lead. And these running backs, I'm not going to lie, all 3 of them are a problem. Great blocks, but look at the explosion from Cheeseborough. He's not touched until he hits the line. And this extra point here will put them up by 3. And it's good. 3-point ball game, 10-7, 8 plays, 64 yards. And like I said, they can keep this pace going. This Cougars team could put themselves right back on the map in terms of looking formidable. I mean, they've always looked formidable. They haven't lost many games by many points, right? Finally got in the win column. Could that win be enough to finally spring them to finish games? That's the biggest thing. And that's also one of the biggest problems for the Cougars this season is finishing the game. Most of the games they lost, they were up heading into the second half or the fourth quarter, and they just lost it in that phase. So can they keep the pressure on the Cougars, excuse me, on the Huskies? We'll see. As this will be a 5-yard run for the Huskies as Leonidas gets the call. This offense has been stagnant for Toronto. Have not been able to get much going. Here goes a quick throw off, and that's 3 yards. Safety coming down in the box here. Can they get 2? Leonidas. I think he's short, and he is. Big time stop again by this Cougars defense. That is Brian Brown coming down and filling in the gap. A good cut back there by Leonidas. Was just about to get through. Actually, that was Keani Jones. Keani Jones was the one who really stopped that play. Just tackling right there short. 3 straight stops by the Cougars. 3 and outs. I mean, the Huskies right now are halted. And this is where the Cougars have to make their statement offensively. There goes Boyd with a great block on the outside. Again, he's got that breakaway speed, and look at him just kill those outside runs. 69 yards rushing for him already on just 5 carries. Looks like Coach Roby has got the running backs put in formations that just utilize the best of their talents. And we'll give them the carry again. Cannot break by, but picks up 3. Safeties come in the box here. Going to be another run. Wow. I mean, this run game, and Hodge just bouncing off of defenders. Pinballing. 3rd and inches. And one thing the Cougars are doing, and a lot of teams, have trouble doing, is balancing out the offense. This run game has been so effective. Why not keep doing it? And there was a quick throw out to KH as he's got the first down. And it looks like he had some options here, but why not go to your best receiver? Keep feeding him, keep him in the game. Got momentum going up. Cougars trying to make it 2 for 2, or 2 for 3, going live with a victory. And quick throw inside on a quick in as he finds Tyreek Bryant. 7 yards, and they're just, every first down play is about 5 yards or more. And that's what's killing the Huskies right now. And Cougars are just doing it little by little. It doesn't have to be a crazy big game. This run game's going crazy. It looked like he had a first down there, but I'll actually say he's a yard short. Tossing it out. Great block, and enough to spring him for the first down. And this offense right now just having the perfect play calls, executing to a great extent. Ramos, again, this first down play gain of 9 yards. And the Huskies going to lose a player. That's Gio Givens, the defensive line. And honestly, on that defensive line, the way it's been looking, they don't want to lose a guy. They've been getting bullied up front by this offensive line when it comes to the run game. And there goes JT Cheeseborough again. In the backfield, they will not run him. They'll dump it off to him. That's a great tackle in the open field. It's not easy to take him down. Maybe a rookie, but sure enough doesn't play like it as Crowder, former Clemson Tiger, comes up with the tackle. And they will catch this defense off guard with a draw, and it works. 1st and goal, Cougars. And they're not only just fully controlling this game, they are eating away at the clock and wearing down this Huskies defense. They've got to be completely tired up to this point. They're under 3 minutes left to go. Ramos fires, end zone, touchdown, Contavious Henderson. They're going to take a 2-score lead over Toronto. And man, you got to give full credit. Of course, everyone is executing perfectly here for Chicago. Offense, defense, everything is going their way right now. Except, of course, that opening drive. But ever since then, the defense is completely locked in. The offense got everyone just balling. But the big credit has to go to this offensive line right now. I mean, the time that they are providing for Ramos right now, the lanes they are creating for the running, for no matter which back gets in, they are doing a phenomenal job against the Huskies on the road. I'll take this one from the 3. And up to the 25-yard line. It has been 3 straight offensive possessions where the Huskies have not gotten a first down. That's how locked in the Chicago defense has been. Motion to the left side. And that's deflected at the line. And there's just nothing going for this offense right now. And we still have yet to see Keith Guyton get a reception. Ball hasn't even been thrown his way yet. Pistol formation. And they are going to run. Oh, wow. Fumble's going to be recovered here by Keani Jones. And for now, it's a touchdown. But I do think he was down. If not, this is going to be lethal for the Huskies. It's Brady Knight. Yep, the knee just came down. But Brady Knight on it. I believe Keani Jones leads the ARC for Defensive Back of the Year right now. That could have added to his campaign, but there goes the booth review. Yeah, definitely fell to his knee first before that ball came out. Nonetheless, though, great defensive play that stops Leonidas right at the line of scrimmage. 2 back-to-back plays with nothing. Ten-point ball game right now. Timeout called by Chicago. The way they're feeling, they're like, hey, let's get this stopped. Got a 2-minute warning coming up. Here's a throw. And he had him, but he puts it too much on a line. And it is 4th down. Bad throw there by Poole. Some good space to work with. Brought down at the 41. And with 2 timeouts, 1 minute and 57 seconds, and the way this offense has been moving, I mean, you can't put it past the Cougars to put up more points. Play action, feeling some pressure, throws, and here goes Shadoy Bolyjack to the end zone, falls at the 4-yard line for a 1st and goal. And I talked about the Cougars having to have to score more than 20 points. Looks like they're going to do that before the end, or at least at the end of the 1st half. Shadoy working out of that slot on a deep crosser route. Boyd checked in. Here's a throw. Catch made. And he's hit immediately. Just for a 1-yard gain by Dan Glissett. Ramos fires. Almost intercepted. Javonte Gibson, he's been jumping on these routes on Ramos, but just has not been able to come away with one. Doesn't want to keep trying the old vet. As Ramos going to try to scramble, instead he goes down. Tackle is made. I don't know if they'll count that as a sack, so not going to play the bell. I think they said he got back to the line. And has a great defensive stand at the red zone for the Huskies, as they'll just hold him to 3. Wasn't a bad decision for Ramos to try to take off in that situation, as 3 points added on the board and 20 points in the 1st half for the Huskies. This should be for the Cougars. Over the Huskies, 13-point lead. We haven't seen anything in terms of offensive explosion for the Huskies. These are explosive returns. He'll get to 32, and it's the Cougars who get the ball to start the 2nd half. .24 seconds left to go. 2 timeouts. We'll see if they'll try to be aggressive. There you go, the screen. Leonidas getting a huge gain. A great job getting out of bounds, stopping the clock, saving the timeout. And they're going to try to see if they can get at least 3 points before the end of this thing. And, man, Poole just barely getting that pass out there. Ed Ritter hot on his trail. Fraction of a second away from getting that sack. Poole will fire over the middle. Timeout called immediately. 3rd and 3. And Keith Guyton has finally got a reception. That's the first time he's even been targeted. And Poole will just throw this away. So are they going to try a field goal kick from the 41-yard line or just take a bomb shot? Looks like they're just going to take that shot. And why not? And here we go. It looks like that is... Oh, there's a flag. Wow. pass interference. There was way too many people jumbled up. And so the Huskies are right at the 1-yard line. They're just going to take the 3. So you know what? Let's not risk it. Let's get some points before the end of this half. 3 points it is. And it's a 10-point ball game. 20-10. Cougars and Huskies, man. What a first half, though, for Chicago. They have already scored their season high in offensive points in a half alone. Let's go ahead and get a look again at the games that have taken place so far this season. This week in week 11 of the RFL. All right, the Diablos and Hogs. Just watched that game go by, and man, the Hogs falling short. 2-point conversion did not work out for them to try to send that in overtime. 5 straight losses for the Hogs. Sentinels starting to go down. They have also lost quite a few games. 4 of their last 5. And the Voyagers keeping relevant in the ARC South with the Dreadnoughts and the Armadillos as they were able to beat the Pioneers 24-18. And even that game's important for this one because if the Huskies are able to defeat the Cougars here in this one, they will jump to second in the ARC North as they will hop over the Pioneers. And if they lose this one, Pioneers will stay second. Of course, Cougars will stay last. The Cougars will be already within 2 games of the Huskies, who are only 4-6 on the season. They lose a game, and that's 1 game within the Huskies' losses. And it's the Cougars who get the ball to start out this second half. And one thing they have to stick with is running the ball. Pressure's coming. Does get that screen off. And look at these blocks. The line has been phenomenal tonight. Absolutely incredible. Getting bodies on bodies. Pushing guys backwards. You have not seen much penetration at all from this Huskies defense. That's a great job there, though. They'll shut him down the backfield. Martin Almas shuts him down. And Boyd takes a big shot, but picks up a decent gain. It's about 6 yards. There's an injury on the field, and this is to an offensive lineman, Perry Borum, who was picked up, a former Celtic Tiger, got picked up in free agency not too long ago. The way this line has been moving in sync, don't want to lose a guy like that. And there goes the screen again. Oh, what a juke move. Hodge still fighting forward for yards, gets to the 43-yard line for the first down. The screen is absolutely killing the Huskies. They're falling for it. There's nobody keeping the spy in on the running back. And it has worked out twice on this drive for big gains. High formation. Here they go with some play action. Pressure is coming. His catch is made by the big tight end, but Brandon Briggs cannot break free as a tackle is made by Parham Crow, who is back in the lineup. Parham Crow has been gone for at least about 7 weeks. Finally back here on this defense. And there goes Boyd. Wow, is he still on his feet? Probably should have fell down. Probably could have got 2-3 more extra yards. They'll mark him down where he fell. He bounced off a tackle. There goes that screen again, and they're on it. Shut down. They'll knock it straight out of his hands, and like I said, they kind of got carried away with it there on 3rd down. The screens have been working beautifully for them. They're going to try a field goal kick. This is going to be from 59 yards out. He does have the leg to make these, and he nails it. Almost 60-yard field goal kick here for Davis. And that's how dangerous he can be, man. Knocking that down from that distance with ease, with space. We'll take this one from the 6. Good-looking return there by Isaiah Streets. He'll get to the 28. Leonidas been targeted frequently out the backfield. 5 targets, caught 3 of them for 33 yards. This offense got saved for 3 points towards the end of the first half with a pass interference call. And here goes a big run, something they haven't had in a while. And there's an injury on the field to another Cougar. This is going to hurt them at cornerback. It's going to be Billy Jones. And wow, how did he get out of that? All that for a yard, but that could have been a 4-yard loss on that play. Goes to show you how shifty King Leonidas is out of that backfield. And this is intercepted by Keani Jones. Tried to go to Keith Guyton, and Jones able to jump in front of this one and snag one away from Poole. Wow, I mean, they haven't been going his way. This is only the second time they've targeted him. And Keani Jones, he's just sitting there. I don't think Poole paid attention to the fact that, I mean, he didn't think he was supposed to be there. He was probably thinking he was supposed to be in the flats, but Keani Jones had nowhere to go, so he just decided, hey, let me just sit here and see if anybody comes in my area. Undercuts it, throws it right to him. And the Cougars with a season high in points with a chance to extend it by more. And shut him down in the backfield, loss of a yard. Slow him up a bit, and Hodges still running. And that's one thing about these backs, man. That contact is not even just Hodges. Boyd and Cheeseborough. Cheeseborough is in the backfield right now. And Ramos, wow, I don't know what he's doing there. Should not take that sack. He ran back a country mile. Martin Almas able to take him down for a big loss. They will have to punt it away. Could not take advantage of the turnover. Good job on special teams. Take him down almost immediately. And Calvin Poole is trying to figure out a way to crack the code of this secondary, but it's been tough. Trying to get the ball in the hands of his best playmaker. Keith Guyton's only got 1 reception here in this one. And there goes the Huskies, taking a page out of the Cougars book with a screen themselves. It's a great open field tackle too, by the way. I think that was Brian Brown. And a great job here. The defense all swing down on the line, and the tackles made by the rookie out of Oklahoma in Austin Sanders. Austin Sanders had 4 sacks too last week in their win. Leonidas falls forward just enough for the first down, but the Cougars, man, they were almost there. And you saw what Leonidas did there. I mean, you keyed in on him from the gate was Brady Knight. If he kept straight, Brady Knight was going to come through, so he acted like he was cutting out. And even though he tried to cut back in to catch him, it was just enough of a move to get him to get that first down, but Brady Knight was still there. So they go play action. Here's a throw. And a 5-yard gain. And we typically see the Huskies on a bit of that. Haven't done too much play action here. There goes Keith Guyton, lifted up off his feet by Knight. First down. Only his 2nd reception on his 3rd target. he's got the catch again right there. So they love using him out of that slot. And Chicago's going to challenge. They don't think he caught this ball in bounds. Let's see. Oh, he sure enough didn't. That was a great challenge there. Didn't have a single foot in. Not sure what the ref saw there. So, yeah, 2nd and 10. No catch for Guyton. And almost throws his 2nd interception straight to Brady Knight. We've seen Poole do this from time, just make the bad decisions. He's getting pressured. Gotta throw it away. Great defense by the Cougars. And they are just holding it down. High punt's going to be fielded at about the 11. Good tackle. Ashland Boyd, backup running back, averaging 10 yards a carry, 81 yards on 8 rushes. There goes that screen, but cannot get it off cleanly this time as the pressure from Stephen gets there. Trips look on the left side. And immediate pressure, nearly sacked again. Ramos taking a bit of a beating. He's got to be careful here. It was a good move put on by the defensive guys coming in off the pressure. Great ball. Ramos seeing him wide open up the seam, and that is Smith for the first down. Wow, caught him lacking at the right time. Saw everyone low. Beams it. Staymates could not get there in time. Motion towards the right side. Here goes another run attempt. Cheeseborough could not break through cleanly. Tackle made there by Tyrone Boss. Pressure's coming, but a good throw and a first down again for the Cougars. Brandon Briggs moving the chains. Ramos is just dealing. And this line, man, again, look at that ball. First down, caught by Chidoy Bolijak. You need to see the defeat on this Huskies defense. They're like, man, these guys just killing us right now. There's a throw. Almost intercepted. Instead, it was actually swatted down by Staymates. I guess Ramos was feeling himself a little bit too much, trying to thread the needle in a really small place there. Sailed a little bit too high on him. Got the completions. Bryant picks up 8 yards. And this offense has just been smooth. And he throws this one away. No targets. Wise decision. 4th down. And they'll take the 3 points. They're looking for win number 2. As it is 26-10. Cougars. Still a 2-possession game, but this Huskies offense has to score 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. And we're less than a minute left in the 3rd. So time is of the essence for the Huskies, and the way that this defense has looked and locked down this offense. I mean, this we've seen this many a times from the Huskies already this season. They have not been able to pull out of games like this, so the Cougars definitely got them right where they want them. And a great job there. Brady Knight everywhere for this defense. Shuts it down, 1 yard loss. And probably one more play before the end of the first half. And no, it should be the third quarter. And there it is. Fourth quarter is upon us. 26-10, the Cougars looking for the upset here in Toronto. They have been absolutely phenomenal on both sides of the ball. Let's get those fours in the chat. Week 11 game of the week. And that's going to be hauled in, excuse me. Isaiah Streets, he's got the lone touchdown for the Huskies. Good defense. This guy Pierce, man, I mean, not the highest overall free agent pickup, but he's making plays. He's everywhere, great in coverage. Fourth down, of course, another punt. Huskies just cannot do anything. Good juke move. And James Ramos having himself an exceptional day for the Cougars. In my opinion, they even get 3 more points on the board, make it a 3-possession game. I do not see the Huskies coming back in this one. Defense just too locked in. The offense, again, every first down play, they're gaining 5 or more yards. This is 379 yards of total offense. This was at one point the worst offense in the RFL. Barely ranked 32. I have to go back and check and see if they're still that, because of course this wasn't until last week where they started to put up some yards. But they're not looking like the worst offense in the league right now. If they can keep this going for the rest of the season, boy, they can make some noise. It was a nice sideline catch. And they're just killing the Huskies with this. I mean, when the Huskies think they have them, third downs have been killer. Great job by Tyreek Bryant, making sure he stayed in bounds. Some play action. There's a flag. Catch is made. And maybe a leader man downfield or holding. Yep, an eligible receiver. It's going to cost them 5 yards. I saw on Ray Parra. So instead of a 2nd and 3, it will be a 1st and 15. And Hodge. Man, look at that. Picking up 5 yards. It's like every time they pick up a run here, they've given up 144 yards on the ground. This is a top 10 run defense. But they could not stop the Cougars' backfield at all here tonight. There goes Boyd. 3-yard gain, 3rd and 7. And the Cougars just, again, just playing to their game plan. Killing the clock. Every drive just about has been almost like double digits. Ramos getting chased down here and sacked though. If there's anything that you don't want to see is that just constant loss of yards going backwards. But I mean, at the end of the day, outside of that, everything has been working for the Cougars. Good job by Gio Givens though, checking back in the game. He was injured earlier. I think he's been back, but he's got a sack to add to his statistics this season. Stops that drive. The game is not over yet. So the Huskies, they got to get something going on offense here. And they have been shut down. I mean, the way they came out swinging on the first drive, you would have thought they were ready for war all day to put up at least 30 points. Here's a look at how things have been going, man. Just really have not been able to get much of any yards like I talked about since that first drive. And this has kind of been the issue for the Huskies. Well, this has been the issue for the Huskies this season. It's been a lot of games where they've come out, put up a lot of points, or at least looked as good as that first drive as we talked about, and then they just die out. But in this game, they've been dead since that opening drive. And Calvin Poole getting sacked on the play. And there's an injury on the offensive line for the Huskies. He may be gone for the rest of the game here. And we've also seen when Calvin Poole gets in this state of trying to scramble and make plays, we know he can make some plays with his legs at times for sure, but when he starts to do that and hesitate, you see him just give up a lot of sacks. Good hit there. Chopping right down low. Picks up half the distance. They need 6 more yards, and pretty much almost at this point you wonder, the Huskies going to go for it on 4th down. Seeing a lot of teams start to do that. And a dangerous pass once again at Calvin Poole. And they will not go for it. Still too much time on the clock here. How about this Cougars defense, man? Absolutely incredible showing. And again, it really would have been 7 points only on the board if it wasn't for that pass interference Hail Mary bomb that the Huskies got to kick the 3 points. 0 points in this second half. And making it look easy. And here goes Hodge. Big time run, stiff arm. Rolls Staymates out the bar as he'll get to the 49-yard line. And man, they have killed them tonight with this run game. Over 150 rushing yards as a team against a top 10 run defense. Did not look like a top 10 run defense at all here tonight. If you're the Huskies, you got to look at that defensive front, man. That have not been able to generate any type of pressure and have been getting blown back all game. It's a great performance again by this offensive line. That's Mason Maynard picking up a 1st down. They're spinning off the contact there. Boyd after getting blasted. Look, 172 rushing yards. The 28th best running offense. You thought they were first the way they were running this rock. Ramos gets that ball deflected at the line. It's way too low. Threw it back of his own lineman's head. Feeling some pressure. Throws over the middle. Big hit. And if I am the the Cougars right now, I take the 3 points. Make it a 3-possession game. You go for it here. Oh, man. Got to make sure you get it. You can pretty much seal the game. You take the 3 points. And they toss it out. And they don't get it. Do not like the call there. Gio Givens is injured again. Had they kicked that 3 points, that would have been a 19-point ball game. Over for sure type deal. Still a lot for the Huskies to have to overcome the way this offense is played. And that's going to be an almost 10-yard gain right there, but the Huskies are going to have to move with the quickness. Still Keith Guyton with just 2 catches in this game. Good defense. That is knocked smooth out of his hands. That's McCann. Putting him in a can. And Isaiah Streets gets the reception. They'll move the chains. But again, time is of the essence. Under 4.5 minutes. They need bigger plays down the field. This secondary is not giving up anything. Got to throw it away. Pressure coming in. No one open. You just hear the boos raining in from the crowd. Poor performance here at home by the Huskies. 5-yard gain again. Just killing the clock for themselves. It's almost getting down to the point they got to start using their timeouts, and who's going to have to start taking some shots. Throws it away instead. 4th down. They don't get this 100% chance, I'd say, in my opinion, at that point, of any kind of comeback from happening. That is caught by Guyton on the sidelines. 1st down again, just dink and duck 5-yard plays. And a sack. Austin Sanders, 6 sacks in 2 games. It's his 2nd here tonight. Throws it away. That pass rush is humming. And oh man, there's an injury to Austin Sanders. Hopefully it's just something that'll sideline him for the rest of the game. Won't move forward into more weeks. Under 3 minutes now left. He's got the completion of 6 yards. They need another 4th down conversion. Under 3 minutes, they need 9 yards. They'll just bomb this one deep down the field, and it is incomplete. Great defense. Turnover on downs, and the Cougars are going to make it 2 games in a row where they get a victory. This is a big one, too, against their rivals. And even with this victory over them, I mean, that gives them a chance to get closer to even making sure that they're not even the last team in the division. Look at that run, though, still. Nice cut, 4 yards. Every run, every play. And great yards. Have hit the 2-minute warning. And at this point, I mean, the Cougars, they don't have to throw anything. Just keep it on the ground with these backs. Hodge, 2 yards. Huskies no choice but to burn their timeouts now. Definitely not in rhythm, or no chance in my opinion. Come back here for the Huskies. And Ramos throws this ball away. Huskies scoreless still in the 2nd half. Goes in the end zone for a touchback. Offense will get started out at the 20-yard line. Minute and 46 seconds. Huskies just want to try to get a win. Try to get a touchdown. A win's not happening here. Here's a throw. That is dropped by Keith Guyton. Wow. Usually don't see that. Mansour Chappelle in coverage. Yeah, that's when you know it's getting bad. Even Keith is over it, and he's not even catching passes. Check down, Leonidas. First down, another timeout called. Good defense there. Diving deflection. Swatted away. 2nd down. Man, just a All around rough showing here. He's bombing one deep down the field. This is, oh man, took a big shot there. Say pass interference. Second time Cougars have been called for this. I guess before that ball got there, because that flag was thrown early. Keani Jones halted his, I guess, forward progress. And there's a throw to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown from the rookie from Louisville, Emmanuel Vick. Good ball there. Safety had to choose between two guys. And Calvin Poole threw it to the most open one. 2-point conversion needed. And yeah, that is definitely game over. Yeah, terrible play call there. We saw the Hogs call that same play. Well, 2-point conversion, trying to toss it in. Did not work. It was a great job by the Cougars, too. I mean, he couldn't really cut inside faster, because you saw big number 55 coming in. And the onside kick will be recovered by the Cougars. Tyreek Bryant's got it. And it's going to be a 10-point victory for Chicago in Toronto. These guys will meet again later on in the season. I believe it's the last game of their season that they play each other. But the Cougars, with the bragging rights, they have that victory over the Huskies. And with that, I mean, again, because they have beaten them, they could make sure if they keep this win streak going and the Huskies keep falling off the deep end, it might not be the Cougars as we thought from how the season's going, dead last in the ARC North. We'll take a knee, one more knee left to go. And this ball game is over. Chicago has done it again. 2 for 3 on live games. Maybe it's the live games, man. They need to be live in front of the public to get their dubs. They're going to improve to 2-8 on the season. And as for the Huskies are going to fall to 4-7. And I mean, it's still crazy. That's just how bad it's been going in the ARC North for the teams in it, that they still technically have a shot to compete for the division, as the most losses in the least losses in the division right now is 5, which puts the Huskies within 2. But man, what a season it has been, full of unpredictability. And we don't even know who's going to make up the playoffs, who's going to win the Reload Bowl. A lot to come down the line. The Cougars are going to improve to 2-8. 2 wins under the reign of new quarterback James Ramos. And that's going to be it for Week 11. Appreciate you guys tuning in and watching the game. Make sure you hit the like button if you've been here and been enjoying watching. I'll show you guys the stats, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.